Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video here for ReZero Season 3, Episode 7. So last episode, actually I want to say this first. I checked as soon as I opened Crunchyroll. This is a 30-minute episode. All the episodes this season have been about 23 minutes. This is a full 20, let's see the exact length, 29:29. So this is a long fucking episode, so I'm so excited that something crazy is going to go down in this episode, but we will find out obviously when the episode hits. Last episode was more of a build-up one. We saw some Amelia scenes as she was navigating the Regulus situation. We saw Super meet with Priscilla, where Liliana sang to the crowd and kind of dispelled Sirius's witch factor that was affecting them. And yes, Subaru met up with Julius and Anastasia and had that whole speech, which I thought was fucking incredible, about being a knight and whatnot. Was so good. Shows just a modicum of his growth that he's had throughout this entire show. So we will see where that is going to take us in this extra special 30-minute length episode. So I'm super excited because the second half of season 2, as many of you know, was all nearly 30-minute episodes. Almost every episode of the second half of season 2, except like the first two, were all like 30 minutes, which is crazy. In 30 minutes, no OP or ED, mind you. So yeah, this is the first one of this season that is of that length, besides obviously the first episode, which was movie length. So I'm so fucking excited. We're gonna get straight into this, and we're gonna see how this is going to go. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime past anime, current manga past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, without further ado, let's hop straight into ReZero Season 3, Episode 7. Almost forgot the episode. I'm so fucking excited. That 30-minute episode got me so hyped. Oh, we see what the hell Al was doing? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's your explanation. He picked up the media off of one of them. It's because Amelia's facing it away. I definitely didn't see this coming. Something I need you to tell Subaru. Yeah, this is information we already know, Amelia. Sorry. Information about the other towers. You're a tough, hyper-positive little lady, yeah. Yeah. You're the person he's worried about most, if anything. But I'll be fine. Damn. She wholeheartedly believes that her and Subaru will be able. Yep, that's crazy. That a complete and utter faith in Subaru is actually the best thing ever. Actually the best thing ever. To give him the information he needs. That he won't be in danger when he comes to save me. It's good to see that the end of episode plot twist last time wasn't really a plot twist at all. It was just a nasty cliffhanger, and he's actually still completely on our side. He just went and took out a bunch of the cultists on his own and picked up the media from one of them. That also means Al's pretty fucking strong. The prince on a white horse will take care of the rest. Okay, she does not get the metaphor. She's so lucky she got in contact with Al and not somebody from the witch cult who could inform Regulus of what had happened. Why do I feel so confident about this? Confident about what? Confident about Al telling Subaru or Subaru saving you? Okay, that was a very vague statement. I am honestly surprised we're getting the OP. You'd think if they're gonna extend it to 29 minutes, they would like cut out the OP and ED. Or, because as far as I understand it, they have to pay for, like, the commercials they're cutting into. Because, like, you have a 30-minute window, and there's, like, 2 commercial breaks within that, typically, which is why they end up in the 23-minute range. You have to pay for those commercials that aren't getting aired. So, you would think to save time, they wouldn't put the OP in, so it's not as close to that 30-minute range, but what do I know? That's kind of why I assumed in, the second half of Season 2, there was, like, no OPs or EDs. because they filled out that entire 30-minute window with content. And again, this is my very limited knowledge of how airing anime works in the anime like Japanese TV space. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I'm a big old dummy. Holy shit, you got here fast. Or was Amelia talking to Al? Did that happen way earlier? Because you got here fast as fuck. Who's about to be wed is waiting for a prince on a white horse to rescue her. Never mind, okay. So I was wrong. I thought we knew what tower like Capella was in and whatnot. I thought Regulus might be new information, like finding out what tower he's in might be new information, but I thought we would know where Capella is because we kind of watched her leave. But I don't know, maybe I'm just I was just assuming things clearly because they didn't know this information. Oh shit, hello Garfield. Aww. He literally jumped into his arms. Super holding him up. You know what I mean? Amelia and Beatrice and everyone, yeah. It's a lot. Part of me kind of turned black though. Yes. All that's going on, she's still doing everything she can. Even with someone as utterly terrifying as Regulus in terms of like strength, she's still doing whatever she can to get information to Subaru. I just hope she isn't trying so hard that she gets reckless. I was too cheerful. Fair point. Now she's disintegrating her little body double there. Oh my god. I didn't expect you to come back. So she knew that she left and she didn't tell Regulus. Careful enough to leave a stand in. The clear. She's so goofy. I fucking love her. Because it would put you in danger? Or are you actually hoping I'd run away? Yeah, she would, like, absolutely without a shadow of a doubt, Regulus would kill her, because she's the one that he, put to watch over Amelia. He would kill her without a shadow of a doubt. In the end, it meant nothing. Last moments. You're talking about when Regulus almost killed her? What are we using that giant media for? That's a crazy looking media. Take the city back from the Witches Cult Squad HQ. Yeah. You're gonna bring Liliana here to sing over everybody? Oh my god! These are all her demons and whatnot. Capellas. Sorry, I was not reading any of those subtitles. Because Garfield just saw him fall in the water but didn't know where he had ended up. Nothing they can do but worry. Oh. Okay, at least those kids are okay. We still don't know where her new husband's at. Because they said he was in the government building, but we can only assume if he was in this government building, he was turned into one of the flies or put in the eggs outside. Stephen's loneliness wears down the mind and even threatens lives. And you're still missing the most important part. Anyone affected by it all takes the same damage. So if anything happens to any of them, it affects everybody else under that control. Amplifies the anxieties of the people in the city. We need to reawaken hope in the people. That's an interesting idea. All those sad guys wanted to feel all down anymore. which is called will do, and they're going to yeah. Then again, we found out last episode Regulus did not open that water gate, Capella did not open that water gate. We do not know who the fuck opened that water gate. It was the first district water gate. Then it wasn't Regulus. Oh, wait, that's true. Wait, that's so true. Capella was here at the government building at that time when the water started rolling, so somebody else did it. And the reason Regulus thought it was her was because it came from her tower. Like it was helping us escape, then close again right away. Was it Owl who did it? Was the place we saw him at the beginning of this episode, where he had killed all these witch cultists? Was he in the first tower? Was he in Capella's tower? Because I feel like by that point, by the time he spoke to Amelia, I feel like she would have been back by then. Because she can turn into a dragon and just fly across the city in a couple seconds if she wants to. Even though they had plenty of time to destroy it. Okay, those guys don't give a rat's ass what we do. That's where you come in. Ah, so he was gonna send Anastasia to do it. I feel like, obviously, I think Subaru's gonna end up doing it. I thought that was the plan all along. I thought the plan was for Subaru to do it all along. I genuinely thought that. But that's definitely where it's gonna head. There's no way he's not doing it. But that was interesting from Al there. He was, and the fact, it's also the fact that he knew Tifon as well when nobody else knows these people. He is super interesting, super interesting, because there are so many questions surrounding him, because he's a reincarnated, he's not reincarnated, but he was transported here much like Subaru. He's from Japan. He knows about this witch that died forever ago, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that was killed, which as we pretty much know, Tifon is here in this city. It is her remains that are here, and especially because you guys clarified that the general public and a vast majority of people don't know any other witches besides Satella, because most of them have been lost to history and time and things such as that. It's very few people who are going to know who these witches were in the history. And Al knowing who Tifon was is super interesting. There's just so many questions I have about him as a whole. He's so mysterious. And then his talk here, like speaking as if I understand it's like it's a logical way of thinking, like, yeah, they've never lost, they never had to think about losing, so why the fuck should we try and analyze their actions and everything like that? But it sounds like he's speaking from a place of experience. You'll find it so easy to put their hopes in my words. My name is powerful enough to clear the anxiety caused by the witch's cult. What you need is the kind of hope that'll come boiling up all at once in the hearts of all those anxious people. But that's not what they need. No, they need genuine hope. He's trying to find anybody but himself to do it, but she's at a commission. We still haven't seen what she looks like, which bothers me. I want to see that. Damn! Seems like I'm proud to call Judgment, but do you think the witch's cult will care about his distinguished service? No, they won't. He's not even considering himself as a possibility. Yeah, Garfield the one to suggest it. I mean, ain't that right? Julius can, because Subaru and Julius are quite literally the ones that killed Betelgeuse. Even though Subaru did the finishing touch, Julius and Subaru together basically killed him. But then again, it's also the thing of like Subaru's the one who came up with the plan, had the information, and was able to lead them all there to take him down in the first place. So Technically, yes, but Julius also gets a big pat on the back there for being the one to actually put in the hard work to take him down. To the city right now, that's gonna mean more than it. But I guess also, yeah, what Garfield's getting at here is that public perception is that Subaru's the one who did it. Like, Subaru's name, as we found out in episode 1 of this season, has spread pretty far at this point as the person who helped take down the White Whale and the Sin Archbishop. The rabbit story has not gotten around yet, but he also did that as well. He took out the rabbit. Like, his name is becoming more and more well known. So these people might actually know of him. Like Liliana knew of him and knew of all his feats that he'd done. Who else is more fit for the job? Let's fucking go, dude. Wow. If we're making someone do this, you're the only real choice. I love how this season is so good. It's such a culmination of everything that is built up into this point for Subaru's character. God, it's so good. It's actually incredible. Are you serious? When you spoke in defiance before so many knights at the royal selection. This was rough. This whole segment is the worst part, like the worst part of the show in that it's difficult to watch. It is one of the absolute best parts in the way that it sets up for Subaru's character growth and shows his flaws as a character. Don't get me wrong, this is one of this section, I think it's like episodes 12 to 14, is one of the best sections in the entire show. But it's also incredibly hard to watch. Top 3 moments of regret and humiliation in my life. Baseless declaration you made. The moment you shamefully cursed us knights. I believe it can only be you. God, just the pure faith in Subaru. I mean, he really has done so much. You just don't think about it too much, like what he's actually accomplished up until this point in the series. You don't think about it all that much, but he has done so much. And to think most of that happened in season 1. Season 2 was a whole side plot that like nobody fucking knows about. And he did so much stuff there too. When you've answered your call, Garfield among them. Yeah, go back to the episode where Subaru officially got Garfield on his side in season 2 part 2. That was one of the best episodes of the entire series. The speech and things he tells Garfield are so good. I am among them as well. Talk about overestimating me. If taking everything upon himself somehow makes everything work out, then yeah, he's great. So why should you have to carry so much weight? I feel sorry for you. Happy to put off everyone else. This feels like a big old test of Subaru's resolve here. Grab their hand and pull them back to the sidewalk without thinking about why. I think it's that kind of thing. Ooh! Ooh! Seeing his eyes! Holy shit! Losing is unacceptable. You have to win. I'm gonna get this whole owl speech again here, because I feel like there's so much underlying meaning in what he's saying. Your losses won't just be your... Yeah, if you lose, everybody loses, dude. All the way back to that first episode. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are we just oh my god, why are we following the events of like everything that's happened for him? Oh my god. Yeah, it literally feels like I'm gonna let it play out, but it literally feels like we're following the culmination of everything he's gone through to grow himself to this point. Like, that's what it feels like we're doing here. It's just business as usual. You really are the boss. If my voice can fix this somehow, then I'll do it. God, I love how he traced all the events of the people he has saved up until this point. Oh my, that was so good. You're sure? Once you choose to become the people's hope. I made that decision a year ago. Hell yeah. Don't even listen if you don't have to. I shall listen closely and respectfully to every word. It's interesting. Al really did kind of help him there. Like I literally said, that was a test of Subaru's resolve for becoming the hero for all of these people. That was very interesting. And but Al, his reaction, like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the Al scene again, because his reaction to all this is really interesting for me. How he was telling him he genuinely feels bad for him and whatnot. I took it as Al testing him, but I don't think that's what it was. It became a test of resolve for Subaru, but I don't think that's what Al had intended it to be. So I'm gonna go back and get that scene again later. But maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. This show tends to take like several... this show takes a lot of watching back over sometimes for super important scenes that are very dialogue heavy to really digest everything. Like hell, the amount of new information I got after rewatching the show for the second time was insane. God, the epic music they're giving him too. What's it gonna be, Natsuki Subaru? And I've engulfed in her husband's fury. Does she maybe want to die? But I will not be tempted again. Ooh, she will not be tempted again to not give up. Take me as his wife, myself. Who only knew my name and face were... Jesus! Fuck. Happened to all of his wives. Basically saying that's what he's gonna do to all the people you care about too. Just as she was starting to worry and not be as positive and uppity as she was with Al, here comes on. This is such a Subaru intro to this. A lot of you wondered what you'd be told. This time feel anxious about it. No. Sorry guys, not yet. Damn. Their demands are still very real. I need you to know that too. Dude, this has literally been 20 straight minutes of talking, and it is the most entertaining shit ever. It has been 20 straight minutes of just talking, and I am so entertained. Like, I really feel like this is the culmination of everything Subaru's gone through for the past 56 episodes at this point. This broadcast here. Like, it's that kind of thing where Al was talking about you're gonna have this huge burden all on your shoulders because you're the hero to these people. But what did Subaru want all the way back at the beginning of this story? He thought he was the protagonist, the hero. His literal first thing he did was like try to use magic like a hero would or like a protagonist would. Like, that was his thing at the very beginning of this. And he's gone through so much to become a genuine hero to these people, a genuine actual hero to these people. Like, everything that has happened to him, all the deaths, all the loops, all the above is culminated to this one moment where he can sit before these people and try and instill in them hope. Maybe some of you who didn't make it to a shelter. Liliana stuck on the bag there. I'm not anyone or anything at all. I just know that he's kind of fumbling and stumbling and kind of struggling to get his words out here. This is going to turn into one of the best speeches ever. I just know. No, there must have been someone better suited to talk to you.
そう言ってくれてる。そうすることに意味があるんだって。俺の声震えてないか？
I love how he's gotten so anxious and nervous speaking in front of people when he didn't consider this a real world and whatnot back in season 1, when his sole focus was on Amelia in the very incelish way he acted back then, and he just spoke in front of all the knights and stuff and declared himself Amelia's knight and whatnot. And now he gets nervous speaking in front of people. I feel like that's also growth in its own way, that he back then didn't consider the people of this world real or this world real in general. He was just solely focused on one thing and didn't ignored everything else around him, but now he's aware of everything and treats this as if it is real and whatnot. Though he started doing that way earlier in this series, I think this is a testament to that he gets nervous talking in front of people despite all the grandstanding he did earlier in season 1 in front of people. Then again, also, he wasn't speaking to an entire giant capital city, he was speaking to a smaller group back then. You just keep insulting yourself, dude. This is gonna make it worse. Come on, we gotta snap out of it. I know he's going to, but I'm just saying, like, this isn't gonna give people hope. Maybe, see, I don't, yeah, well, someone else fixes everything. There we go, here's how we turn it around. But I can't run away, and that's why I fight. It's really all there is to me.
もう一度聞かせてくれ。声を聞いてる人は今どこにいる？避難所に逃げ込めてるか？自分の家に隠れてるのか？一人で震えてたりしないか？誰かと一緒にいられてるか？一緒にいるのは大切な人か？
Are there people you're important
知らない顔でも
to?
勝手な話だし難しいかもしれないけど、一人にならないでくれ。一人でいるとつまらない考えばっかり浮かんでくるんだ。
Just fills with senseless thoughts.
一人にならないでくれ。誰かと一緒にいてくれ。そしてできるなら
Look at the face of whoever's there with you. Oh. There's a stranger you've spent the past several hours with. Oh my god. I doubt anyone is smiling. Can we really stand for that? 辛い顔や悲しい顔をさせてる奴らが許せない。ふざけんじゃねえ。バカにすんなよ。 The girls I know look so much cuter when they're smiling.
負けっぱなしちゃいられねえ。投げっぱなしちゃ格好がつかねえ。あられっぱなしでいいわけがねえ。間違ってるのはあいつらだ。間違ってる奴らに負けるなんて我慢ならねえ。あんな奴らに負けを認めるなんて俺はしたくない。だから戦う。弱いのも頭が悪いのも全部わかってるけど戦ってやる。あいつらが間違ってる。俺の好きな人たちに泣きそうな顔をさせるあいつらが間違ってる。だから戦う。俺は戦う。みんなにも戦ってほしい。何も棒で殴りかかるって話じゃない。俺がみんなに望むことは下を向かないでほしいってことなんだ。向かない。足元じっと睨みつけてても何も変わらねえよ。顔を上げて前を向いてくれ。周り見渡してみたらそれは同じ不安を抱えてる誰かだけど、同じ負けたくないって気持ちを抱えた誰かでもある。信じさせてくれよ。弱くてどうしようもない俺がまだ諦められねえんだ。諦めの悪い弱虫が俺だけじゃないって、そう信じさせてくれよ。俺だけなのか。そんなことないよ。まだやれるって、戦えるって。私もまだ頑張れるから。違うよな。違う。絶対に心の底から全然違うから。まだみんなも戦う。弱さに飲まれやしないよな。負けない、負けたくない。当たり前だ。あなたの声が聞こえるから大丈夫。何にも怖くないわ。そばにいるのが大切な人ならその手を握って信じてくれ。隣り合うのが知らない誰かなら一緒に頑張ろうってうなずきかけてくれ。自分もその人も負けも俺もしないで戦えるんだって。みんなが折れずにいてくれるなら俺も諦めないで戦う。戦って勝ってみせる。お前は夏木すばる。 今日は俺と仲間たちがどうにかする。戦ってくれ。大切な人の手を握って負けそうになる弱い心をぶっ飛ばしてくれ。そしたら後のことは全部この俺に任せておけ。
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm actually fucking shaking. Oh my god. You fucking did it, dude. Oh my god. Look at Garfield. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know how much of a dumbass I looked like there. Oh my god. That fucked me up. I don't even know if I got half the words he was saying, dude. Holy shit. I'm like actually still shaking. I don't know if you can see it on camera. You probably can't. I'm legitimately still shaking. You should live up to your reputation. God, this insert sound is so good. Is getting rid of what caused all this. Is Reinhardt gonna show up here? Yes! 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 You're bringing a certain man with you, aren't you? Although I did go through some things. That's an understatement, dude. There's never a better wild card than Reinhardt him fucking self, baby! Let's go! Oh my god! God, dude. That is one of the best episodes of a show I have ever watched. The newest of heroes and the most ancient of heroes. That's a super interesting title. Whew. That almost makes it sound like this most ancient of heroes is supposed to be like Al or something. I don't know if that's what the newest hero is Subaru, and maybe Al was speaking from experience when he was talking with him, and that's why he's the most ancient of heroes. Whew, I gotta catch my breath. I'm gonna get that whole speech again. I was literally like bawling, crying. I don't think I got half of what the fuck he was saying. Whew, my god. I mean, I got what he was saying, obviously. I got the sentiment, I got everything. I don't think I saw any of the visuals. I was so hard focused on what was being said. Oh my god. That was 30 minutes of straight dialogue. We didn't change scenes more than it was Amelia's room, a couple of refugee places, and the government office. The entire episode, majority being the government office and the Amelia's bedroom there. And this was one of the best episodes of the entire show. I'm seriously worried in post when I'm editing this how much of an absolute dumbass I'm gonna look like during that speech, but I literally couldn't help it. Like, no amount of trying to hold tears back was gonna stop that. I want to get the whole Al speech again here. So we're going to go through this again, and then we're obviously going to get Subaru's speech again, because I really want to dissect what he was saying. I was just letting it play out in the moment because I was so into it at the time. Obviously, I don't want to interrupt a moment as insane as that. That was one of the best things I've ever seen. Ever. If it doubts, then don't do it. I think Al is trying to protect Subaru in his own way. I think the title of this episode, the newest of heroes and the most ancient of heroes, really is referring... I feel like Al is speaking from experience and in his own way trying to save and help Subaru from maybe going down a path that he went, where in the past he tried to be this hero for the people and maybe it turned out badly for him. And he's saying, like, don't do it. Like, he's trying to keep Subaru from doing it and making that same mistake that he did. I'm curious. Al is easily this season become one of the most intriguing characters in this entire series for me. If taking everything upon himself somehow makes everything work out, then yeah, he's great. But the majority of ordinary folks can't handle that burden. That's so interesting. Because this, in other words, is saying, like, if Subaru could take everything on his own and do everything on his own and take all the weight and everything, that wouldn't relate to the ordinary folks who can't do that. And that's why Subaru's speech resonated so much, is because everything he said at the beginning was in some way, shape, or form true. I say some way, shape, or form because there's some things he said. Once we get to the actual speech and we start going over it, I'm going to probably talk more about what I agree and disagree with him saying. But he is truthfully weak. Strength-wise, mentally, absolutely not. This is one of the strongest, mentally strong people I think I've ever seen. But physically, he's weak. He has no abilities to speak of except for the Providence hand, which doesn't do much because he can only summon one hand and it saps everything from him. So he is weak. He can't do much without the others around him and their support. But that's what makes him so great. And that's why that speech resonated with people. Because he is this weakling in the way of strength who's up here speaking to all these people and trying to motivate them and bring their spirits up. Anyway, I'll get more into that when I get into the actual fucking speech. I want to finish this Al segment here. The majority of ordinary folks can't handle that burden. Yeah, basically saying, taking everything upon himself makes everything work out, then yeah, he's great. But he was saying that's not possible. Subaru can't do that. Al can't do that. That's what he was saying. Majority of ordinary folks can't handle that kind of burden, aka me, you, everybody else. So why should you have to carry so much weight? If you and me can't carry that burden, and if you, me, you could point at anybody and be like, no, they can't take all the weight on their own and do everything on their own, so why should he have to carry this burden? This really feels like it's Al speaking from experience, trying to dissuade Subaru from maybe going down a path that he went down. Especially if he knew Tifon and knows who that was. The way he spoke about Tifon, he spoke as if he knew her. I don't know how old Al is. We don't know when he got transported to this world. We don't have any of this information. We found out he became fucking isekai in the stupid fucking break time episode. There's so much intrigue about him. I feel sorry for you. Everything I do is for my princess. You know who said a very similar thing to him last season? A certain Roswell. A certain Roswell was told Subaru to put away everything else and do everything and anything for one singular person. Sounds a lot like what Al is saying here. But Subaru's beyond that at this point. Subaru, he's beyond that ideology. He never was that. Subaru is at heart, which is why he says here in a minute, if he saw a kid about to go into the street, he would yank him back without a second thought. That's the kind of person he is. He is just a good person. Nothing good can come of getting involved with them. And then I feel like this is Subaru trying to explain to Al why he can't do that. How it goes against who he is as a person. I think it's that kind of thing. The only thing you'll be carrying is heroic delusions. This is 1000% Al speaking from experience, and I refuse to believe anything else. Because it seems like he had these heroic delusions of him being the hero, and it didn't turn out well. And so he's trying to tell Subaru, that's what you'll have too, these heroic delusions that I had as well. Losing is unacceptable, you have to win. Those heroic delusions of how losing is unacceptable, winning is the only way. By the way, I'm just gonna clarify, I could be so off about everything I'm saying about Al here. Like, so unbelievably mistaken, and I'm happy for you guys to correct me in the comments. I want you guys to correct me if I'm totally wrong. I acknowledge I'm too stupid to fully understand something like this as much as I would like to. It takes me many watchovers to really grab hold of a series as deep as this. So it's very possible that I'm just completely off the mark with what Al is trying to get at here, because like I said, my current theory is he's speaking from experience and trying to stop Subaru from going down the same mistaken path, the heroic path that he possibly went down. That's how it's gonna have to be. Basically, if you take this path, these heroic delusions are going to be placed on you, and it is going to have to be that way. If you choose to become a hero of the people, a loss for you is not just for you anymore. A loss for you is a loss for everyone if you are their hero. All those expectations and those heroic delusions that people cast onto the person they see as their hero, the person they see as their protector, all the above, all those heroic delusions are going to be cast onto you. And is that weight something you can handle? This segment was so fucking good. I'm curious why they picked out these very specific moments. Cause with Amelia and Rem, yes, he saved Amelia, Rem, and Beatrice. He saved the three of them. But why did he? Why was that one moment with Satella where he stabbed himself picked out? There was many moments with Satella in the first half of season 1, especially at the Witch's Tea Party. There was many moments with her there. So I wonder why that specific moment was picked out to show during that little montage. That's just business as usual. All the expectations, all the weight, all the heroic delusions. Business as usual for Natsuki Subaru. He said Taisho 4 times in like 2 sentences. At this point, I'm basically rewatching the entire second half of the episode. That's essentially what I'm doing here. Let's skip to the actual speech here, because all this stuff was great. Don't get me wrong, but I do want to cover the main parts before this video ends up being 2 hours long. God, the way this speech starts out and the way it finishes, mwah. Because what I love about his speech, and I'll just let it play out, what I love about it is how he's first no dives and kind of almost feeds into their negativity, but then he pulls it back out by saying, I'm just like you with all these worries and these weaknesses and all the above. I'm just like you, but yet I fight because I have no other choice, because these guys cannot win. I love that. Though those two statements could not be farther from the truth, as we literally see coming up here. He absolutely has the charisma, and he can absolutely say the most impressive things from a place of simplicity. I guess that's I feel like that might be a good way to put it. He's saying the most simple of things, but it sounds so impressive and all of the above because it's coming from someone as ordinary as Subaru. And Subaru absolutely has the charisma. I don't even know what there is I can do. Basically, all those sentiments there probably resonated very deeply with these people. Like, even at this crucial moment, all I want to do is run away. I don't even know what there is I could do. I wish I could plug my ears, cover my head, and leave it up and just keep cowering while someone else fixes everything. And here's where the speech flips. But I can't do that. That's really all there is to me. I mean, partly in case you could say he can't run away because of his return by death. In a very... I don't know how to put it. But that's partially it, but it also is just Subaru and who he is. He can't run away. His body, his mind, conscious won't let him. God, I love this beginning portion here about not being alone. Incredible. You're not trembling and fear all alone. Is there someone with you? The way he directs it to be like, don't be alone. Look at all the people around you who are going through the same situation as you. And the insert song here is incredible. But please don't end up alone. And what I feel like the best thing about Subaru being a hero is true. I mean, I said this, I feel like I've said this in many different ways up until this point, but it is truly his best quality that he is ordinary like everybody else. He can relate to them so strongly on so many levels, because I feel like sometimes you see these heroes and you see them on you put them on this pedestal where you think they're perfect, they're impermeable, nothing can hurt them, either physically or mentally, they're unbeatable, unstoppable, all the above. But here Subaru is your hero, proclaiming to you that he's utterly terrified just like you. He is utterly terrified. He gets in his own head. He hates being alone because it fills with these bad thoughts. Everything he says can resonate with the normal person so deeply. Look at the face of whoever's there with you. Is it a stranger you spent the past several hours with? I'm like, I don't think there's ever been a speech that brings people better together than this one did by the end of it. Truly. The ordinary person, the average ordinary person who has done miraculous things despite how ordinary he is able to resonate in a speech so deeply that it brings all the other ordinary people together. I doubt anyone is smiling. Can we really stand for that? We can't. Can't look at them always throwing in hell. There's no way I can just keep going down. They're the ones who are wrong. Can't accept losing to people who are wrong. I know I'm weak and stupid, but I'll still fight. I love want to cry or wrong. I'm not saying just go around hitting everything with sticks. Look around with hope with people. Just staring at your feet all the time won't change anything. Look at the people around you. That's why he started his speech with look at all the people around you. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. Lift your heads and look forward. You're sure to make eye contact with someone. They're holding on to the same anxieties you are. But they also don't want to lose just like you. Make me believe I'm not the only one who feels that way. I'm not the only wimp who doesn't know when to give up. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. Dude. I'm not, am I? No, you're not! I absolutely know from the bottom of my heart that you're not. I can hear your voice, so I'm fine. I'm not afraid of anything. Oh my god! Is someone precious? Take their hand and believe. And agree that you'll fight together. Believe that both you and they will fight without losing or giving in. I can keep fighting and never give up. And yep, they're taking each other's hand, just like he said. And then people looking around. The way that he instilled this thought in everybody, that the people around you are just like you, now they're ready to not give up with you. So I need all of you to have faith and fight. Kick that weak heart that feels like it'll lose right out of here. Woo! Oh my god. I love how the light returned to all their eyes too, so visibly. So visibly the light returned to their eyes. And someone who always tries really hard. Oh my god, man. Fucking Christ. Yeah, his speech is not over yet. Or no, his speech is over yet. You literally, brother, just gave the best speech I've ever heard. Oh my god. I'm not kidding, this might be my favorite episode of this entire show. This is up there with my absolute favorites of this entire series. Like, this episode is up there. Gonna repeat it for a third time. Up there with some of my favorites of this entire series. I would put it on the level... let's see, what episodes would I say are my favorites in this entire show? I'd wager 15 is up there. 15, parent and child. God, I have to go through the episode list to remember what episodes are what, because the season 1 fucking thing throws me off now with the director's cut. 15, 18, this one, notice how, and then parent and child, 3 of those 4 are pure speaking and talking episodes, pure dialogue episodes. Let's see. There's others. I'd have to go through and look. Maybe once the season is over, I'll go through and talk about some of my favorite moments from this entire show and things like that. Kind of talk about my favorite episodes and whatnot. But just know, this is up there, if not my favorite episode of this entire show. That speech was one of the best things I've ever heard. I have ever fucking heard. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I just love how it starts in this kind of somber, sad, like Subaru talking down on himself and all this, but he picks it back up. He starts it incredibly humble, where he's speaking these truths about himself, like he's scared, he's terrified, he's weak, all the above, even if I think some of it was maybe a little too harsh on himself. He's speaking from a place of truth of what he believes about himself, and all these people out there are probably feeling similar feelings, and then he pulls it back in and is like, I can't give up no matter what, and I need you guys to not give up with me. We'll do all the fighting, but you guys can't despair. We need your moral support. We need all you guys to be there and not give in either, not give up either. Holy shit, what an episode. Oh my god. Oh my man, that seriously, I don't know if I've ever cried that much in a reaction before. I'm, like I said, very worried for how stupid I looked, but I legitimately don't think I've ever cried that. I don't think I've ever cried that much in years, actually. Quite frankly. I guess ReZero just does that to you. Anyway, I really need to get to editing this. I'm now at about an hour and 10 minutes of recording, so I definitely need to hop on editing, so I'm not editing this until midnight tonight. But yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up my reaction to ReZero Season 3 Episode 7. I can see why this was 30 minutes. I definitely see why this is 30 minutes. They needed every ounce of that. And once again, like, this episode was the epitome of, they didn't leave the scene they were in. We started this episode with Amelia's bedroom, and then well, she was in Regulus's room, but that building and the government office, and that's where we finished the episode, and it is one of the best episodes of the entire series. 30 minutes of nothing but dialogue, and it is the most peak shit. It's kind of, it's genuinely incredible how they do this. Like, Subaru's speech, you got Al talking about it, how much intrigue that adds to his character, everybody fully supporting Subaru going up to the speech, Reinhardt showing up at the end. It's time for our counterattack now, and I could not be more fucking excited to see how this plays out. As I said, though, I think it's gonna wrap it up my reaction to ReZero Season 3, Episode 7. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.